Israel? This is Judah Nazareth with a brand new video. It's like 12:30 at night here. I gotta get up in the morning and go to work, but I wanted to finish this this lesson because y'all willing, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so I just wanted to get it out of the way. I have plenty more lessons to shoot, y'all willing. Before I get into the lesson right now, I want to say something real quick. I'm glad you brothers and sisters out there, like, kind of, you're waking up to these Masonic niggas trying to infiltrate the Israelite movement. Now, we already have like certain camps like IUIC and these guys who are just, tools for the white man to keep our people fucked up. Now we got so-called, quote-unquote, Old Testament niggas. These more Masonic ass niggas, trying to infiltrate. These ain't nothing but the fucking demon working for the white man. We got whack ass niggas. We got these kind of niggas. Anyways, let's get off of this fucktard for a second. Before we get off him, you will notice that after he's got his Baal God exposed, you notice that he didn't really even try to he tried to strike back with I never heard of a Baphomet. I don't know a Baphomet. Now clearly, if you watch this video and you go look at the views and the likes, people ain't buying that shit. You're like, wait a minute, nigga. Okay, we live in you live in fucking America, motherfucker. You're trying to tell me you don't know who Baphomet is? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so it's these niggas just got exposed. But before this nigga tries to, he's trying to switch the topic up to Mamzer, and a whole bunch of other bullshit. But no one's buying it. Okay, if you're buying it, you're stupid. These niggas on the comment board, as even other brothers and sisters now finding out, these niggas on the comment board who support each other, these are nothing but Saw Netter niggas. Go on Saw Netter's show, watch the comment board. It's the same motherfuckers on there who have to support whatever video comes out. They have to come up and thumbs it up and talk and comment. They're told to do that, to give these niggas some type of legitimacy. Okay? To make these niggas seem like they're legit, like they're actually talking about something. What they're really doing is getting you off of the worship of the Most High Yah, trying to get you into some other shit. But let's get off of this guy for a sec. It's pretty much before we get off, let me say it again. You, Bill, Juicy J, Edgar Spandex, Yemoel the Turd, as much as you niggas want it, I'll give it to you. I'm built for the battle, niggas. Okay? There's no fatigue over here, nigga. Okay? As much as you niggas want to eat, I'll feed. That's just what it is. So keep making videos. I'm just, and for the people out there who watch these videos, don't think Judah Nazareth is playing to their tune. You'll notice these niggas have to make a response video to everything I do, which means why? Because they need to seem like they're relevant. But you'll notice there's no substance in these niggas. These niggas are McDonald's, okay? There's no vitamins, no minerals, no substance. It's just fucking, You listen to this shit and the shit smells good, Nigga, shit, Mickey D's burger smells good as shit, but it's fucking garbage. It's just what it is, These niggas just trash. Nigga shit is not popping, but you still got Negroes out there who love the witchcraft, man. They want to serve some Baphomet. That's who that nigga's serving. The nigga still at the beginning of his videos, and nigga still praising Baphomet. Now you got other niggas coming on the comment board and being like, oh, so if we say the Most High, well, wait a minute. The Most High who? Because clearly Psalm 7, chapter 7, verse 18 tells you who the Most High is. He has a name. David didn't just call him just the Most High. He has a name, a covenant name. But these niggas are Masons. Old lodge butt slave niggas. Okay? Their job is just to get you off the service of the Most High and keep you stupid. Now these niggas are saying, oh, Judah Nazareth's teaching Kabbalah. He's saying you have a right and a left side brain. Well, nigga, this, and no one's listening to these niggas because people are smart enough to figure out, nigga, we do have a left side and right side of the brain. Like you niggas have to come with a better attack. Okay? You come in with that old primitive shit. We're using advanced warfare over here. The mind. You niggas is coming with some old, some old caveman offense. This shit's not gonna work. Oh, he's teaching Kabbalah. Oh, he's teaching about Horus and the all-seeing eye, right side, left side brain. Oh, this is Kabbalah. This is witchcraft. Nigga, please. Get the fuck out of here. No one's taking you niggas seriously except for the dum-dums. And you know what? I think, personally, some of the dum-dums are like, well, wait. These niggas are whack as shit. I'm not fucking with these niggas no more. Yeah, I'll watch these niggas, whatever, but don't believe these, come on, man. These niggas are retarded. And they prove it. I just, it's like, I provoked these niggas. These niggas was supposed to come and provoke us. Well, I told these niggas, as long as you niggas is on here, talking this Baphomet shit, I was gonna keep provoking you. You're gonna be making like 1,000 videos just trying to like answer back. Oh, Judas said this about me. I gotta like, man, he's wearing shoestrings. He's a Mason. Look, he's wearing Nikes. That's Kabbalah. Pretty soon it's gonna be, pretty soon these niggas gonna just put the Bible down all together and be like, this is witchcraft. That's all they're waiting to do anyways. But it ain't working. That temple man be killing these niggas. Some dumb chick on this nigga site was like, the temple man has nothing to do with the Most High. Well, exactly. Not with y'all niggas Most High. Y'all niggas Most High is Baphomet. So the temple man don't apply to y'all niggas. Ezekiel 43 verse 10 is talking about the temple. Well, go to these nigger sites. These niggas don't even read the Bible. They don't study it. They don't teach it. These niggas they're just comment board saw netter niggas, man. That's all, just Masons. White man be like, here, man, take this chicken wing. Go comment. So give your nigger brother some support. Here. Disney portfolio chick, you go out there and do it too. Okay. But let's get off these whack ass niggas. But before we get on, we want to give look at this whack ass nigga. These niggas have been on the fuckery. Daughter gives class to Esau. Like, what kind of shit is this? Why is this nigga daughter teaching a class? Why isn't this nigga teaching? Look. Why is this daughter? What kind of fucking retarded shit is this? Look. No one takes these niggas serious, man. 3 months ago, no one wants to hear this fuckwadism. Lord God. Glory of God. Lord God. The nigga's a Mason. Your boy B. Williams. The fuckwad nigga who's like the dumbest nigga out of the Remedialites? This is him.
Hello, people.
Well, he has a Rasta flag back there.
Father, the creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I stand with the rainbow for the rainbow. If you read Genesis.
All right, nigga. Exactly. Listen to this fucking retardism will fucking, like, you'll forget how to read. I stand for the rainbow. Nigga, what are you talking about? Just shut up, nigga. What are you talking about? These niggas just trying to sound deep, and these niggas are retarded. All right, let's get rid of these fuckwad niggas. All right, let's get to this real quick. Hold on. Now, you're looking at the dragon here. And I'm going to show you how this pertains to the lesson. First, let me get into this for these niggas. Proverbs 17, verse 3. A refining pot is for silver and a crucible for gold, but Yahweh tests the hearts. So you'll notice why these niggas, these niggas' hearts are in it for internet fame and shit. Come to the Lions Den. Oh, Judas sent me a private message. Come on, man. Just cut it out, man. Just stop it. You niggas are retarded. Cut it out. Let's keep going. Verse 4. An evildoer is attentive to the iniquitous speech. A false person listens to a destructive tongue. Let's read it again. Verse 4. An evildoer is attentive to iniquitous speech. Them Mason niggas on the comment board, they support each other because they think that Yahweh is evil and they think that, Satan is good. I try to tell you that. Like they're showing you this. So now you got brothers and sisters out there who are like, well, you know, what Judah said was correct. These niggas are on some other shit. And I try to tell you guys, don't listen to, like, listen to the nigga if you want to, but if you listen to him, be able to discern between truth and falsehood. Does this nigga seem sincere, or is he teaching you, you know, real wisdom? Or is these niggas just fucking just talking, rapping and shit? So you know, let's get off of that real quick. Let's get to Proverbs 30 before we start the lesson. Just give me a second. Watch this. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 5. Every word of God is refined. He is a shield to those who trust in him. Do not add to his words, lest he test you and find that you deceived. So what happened? You know, it was found out that these niggas was teaching some bullshit. You know, these niggas are, you know, they're just demons. Let me get 25 verse. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. Fear of man will add a snare, but one who trusts in Yahweh will be encouraged. Okay? I trust in Yahweh, so I don't fear these niggas. I just come in with the blade and just start chopping necks. You know? These small rattly ass niggas. I just dingle some cheese out there, and these niggas come out and just chop their fucking heads off. You know? The white man who sent them ain't gonna come out and do no battle. No, he's gonna send these old buffoon ass niggas out to get beat up. And these stupid niggas do it. You would think these niggas would learn, but they don't learn. Anyway, let's get to the lesson real quick. Let me show you. All right. So the premise for this lesson is kind of going off of what I was speaking before about. Let me show you something. Now, this is going to be a future lesson, but I'm going to get into this right now. Now, let me show you before these niggas be like, oh, he's teaching astrology. No, you haven't seen me teaching any astrology, but I'm going to tell you something. For those of you who can get it. The Most High, like, told Israel's story in the heavens. Okay? Like, he didn't say, go study astrology and use conjecture and... No. But you're going to see something in Deuteronomy, what it says, and it's verily true if anyone who, like, understands astronomy or quote-unquote astrology or whatever the fuck, you know? You can see that all the nations seem to have the same pattern of belief, and there's a reason for it. But the thing is while they conjectured and had their own gods they made for themselves and all this other kind of mess, the actual story was talking about the nation of Israel. It's a fact. They even try to, like, you know, it's a fact. Let's get into the lesson right now. Let me show you something real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 3. Watch this. Deuteronomy 17, verse 3. And he will go serve gods of others and prostrate himself to them or worship them. Watch. Or to the sun or to the moon or to any host of heaven, which I have not commanded. And it will be told to you, and you will hear. Then you will investigate it well, and behold, it is true. The testimony is correct. The abomination was done in Israel. You shall remove that man or that woman who did this evil thing to your cities. The man or the woman, you shall pelt them with stones so that they die. But let's go back to verse 3 again real quick. And he will go and serve gods of others and prostrate himself to them, or to the sun, or to the moon, or to any host of heaven, which I have not commanded. Okay? So there's a reason why the Most High didn't want Israel to serve the host of heaven. There's a reason for it, and a very, very wise reason for it. Like, I'm going to show you right now. And the Most High is going to show you in the Torah. Why? Let's get to Deuteronomy chapter 4. Deuteronomy 4, verse 19. Watch this. Deuteronomy 4, verse 19. And lest you raise your eyes to heaven and you see the sun and the moon and the stars, the entire legion of heaven or host of heaven, and you be drawn astray and bow down to them and worship them, which Yahweh your God has apportioned to all the peoples under the entire heaven. But Yahweh has taken you and withdrawn you from the iron crucible from Egypt to be a nation of heritage for him as this very day. Now let's look at 19 again. Unless you raise your eyes to heaven and you see the sun and the moon and the stars, the entire legion of heaven, and you be drawn away to bow down and to worship them, which Yahweh your God, that's the most important part, has apportioned to all the peoples under the entire heaven. Like, the Most High gave pretty much like all the heathen, they worship like the planetary bodies. Now you're going to be like, okay, yeah, we understand this. Let me tell you the secret. Well, the nation of Israel, they are the planetary bodies. This is why he told them not to worship it. Worship them. It says, I took you out of Egypt, of the iron crucible. I set you apart from all the people where they worship like the host of heaven, the sun, the moon, the Venus, Mercury, Saturn, whatever. I separated you from that because when I gave them this speculation or this guesswork of their, let me explain before we get into it. The nations like understood somewhat. I always say this. The nations understood somewhat of the plan, somewhat, but the Most High didn't deal with them directly. So they have speculation. This is why all the nations' gods, they have different names, but they're essentially the same. There's some dying, resurrecting sun god, a virgin mother, this, that, and the other, right? And all of them are going to go through it. But the thing was, Israel actually was the dying, resurrecting, quote unquote, solar hero. He's the man from the iron. He's the Mashal. He's the man from the iron crucible. So like every time these guys, all the heathen nations, whenever they're worshiping like their idol, like in an odd way, they were like worshiping the nation of Israel, but it was like hidden from them. Just like I told you, like the whole Jesus Christ story is the nation of Israel. Like this is the same thing. But let me show you. Watch. So this is all a portion to the peoples under heavens, all the other nations, the ruling, the heathen nations. Okay, look what they made. They made like gods for themselves. The Virgin Mother, the Queen Mother. Like they never understood the plan. They like understood a little bit of what it was, but they didn't understand the full plan. You're getting told the full plan right now. Hold on, watch this. Let's get to Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 14. Actually, you know what? I want to skip past that. I want to get to, I think we're going to get to early Genesis. That's where we're going to get to. Let's skip past that. I'm going to show you something. Watch this. All right. Watch this. Wait. Sorry, give me 1 second. We want to get to. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to Genesis chapter 10, verse 8. And Cush or Ethiopia begot Nimrod. Now the word Nimrod is like Marad. It's like it's like a past tense. So it's like Marad. Marad means rebellion or to rebel, or he rebelled. So Ethiopia begot this rebellious leader. He was the first one to be a mighty man on earth. Now the word mighty man is Gabawar, or a valiant or strong man, Zayad. This word Zayad means a hunter or someone who gives chase. The word also is Zad, means an adversary or to side off. The word Zade or Zada, intent, a sinister design, to desolate, right? So Nimrod was the first. Actually, remember in the other video I showed you how they said that Nimrod was the first to institute the mystery system. This is the whole meaning of the mystery system. We have Mystery Babylon in the book of Revelations, is because all the nations, since they had like the host of heaven worship was given to them, they made gods out of all the planets and stars and host of heaven. And the Most High was like, for Israel, don't follow these people, like, because they're the heathen. They don't know, and like I never dealt with them directly, so they don't know any better. And I'm going to give them their portion of time to like rule. But let's get back to Nimrod real quick. So the beginning of his kingdom was in Babel. Now the word Babel means confusion. Okay, but this word also breaks down into Baba, which means a gate or a doorway, and El, which means, so it's like a gateway of the God. Now, El can be used for like any God, and it's not, you know what I mean? It's just like, it just means like, you know, a power, a God. But there's a specific, somewhat God that these guys worship. Okay, remember, the Most High never dealt with the heathen. Excuse me. But as you can tell from their Masonic writings and Jewish writings, that they consider Lucifer or Satan God, and they consider Yahweh an evil God. Okay? So the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, the gate of the God. This word also means confusion. You know, this is you know, this is the dragon. Remember, it says you know, the dragon in Revelations. They say the dragon. Well, it's not even in Revelations. This is in Jeremiah as well. The dragon like pursued this woman. And this woman is the nation of Israel. Or who's the dragon? The heathen. You know, the heathen nations, you know, the Gentile nations. Let's keep going. Babel means a gate. If you go to Strong's, it's 1101. The word balal also is a word that also is connected with babal. Balal. It means to overflow. Or what does it say? The Most High says, I think it's in Jeremiah, he says, I will make Bel spit out what he has swallowed. You know, the nations will no longer stream to him. Bel. Balal, to overflow, to mix, to mingle, to confound. Okay, so you said all the nations, like, you know, came to this dragon, Bel. Balal. Watch this one. The word Bala means to make away, to destroy, to swallow, to engulf. I'm sorry, to gulp, to devour. Didn't I just say that in Jeremiah it was like, I will make Bel spit out what he has swallowed, what he devoured, or to say, I forgot the exact term of it, but you guys know it says they devoured my people as bread or something. Devour, but it's talking about these heathen nations, which are the seven-headed dragon, which is nothing but the seven major kingdoms, Gentile kingdoms, that all were ruled by Baal, Beelzebub, Satan, this fallen angel. Let's keep it going. So you can tell there's this beginning of his kingdom was in Babel, Erech, Akkad, Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Now they call Nimrod, his country, Sumeria. In the Hebrew, it's Shamarwant, which means like it's like a watch post or a lookout or an observatory. Because, just like it says in here, Nimrod, they were the first ones to like establish a kingdom that was based on worship of the heavenly host. And Nimrod became the pattern for the dying, resurrecting sun god, because he called himself like a god. He had a wife, Semiramis, whatever. And then subsequently, every kingdom patterned their sun god after Nimrod. It's just, you know, it's like a simple mystery. Nimrod, aka Harmabith, aka Osiris, aka Mithra, aka Dionysus, aka Jesus, aka Lucifer, whatever. He's just an incarnation of the dragon. Okay, let me show you this. The word Balial is the same word from Bale or Balal. You know, it means Balial is worthless or without profit. The serpent, which you can find this in Deuteronomy 13, Job 34:18, and Psalm 18:4. This Bala is also Proverbs 1:11 and Jeremiah 51:34. But we're trying to stick with, I don't want to like, we're already at 23 minutes, and I want to get to this real quick. Actually, let me just get one of those real quick, so we can stop looking at the same old picture. Let me get Deuteronomy 13. Deuteronomy 13:13. Deuteronomy 13:13. I'm sorry. Here we go. See this word here? Lawless men have emerged from your midst, and they cause the dwellers of their city to go astray, saying, let us go worship other gods of others that you have not known. Like worshiping this Most High that is not Yahweh is these niggas, the false prophets, coming up being like worship the dragon. Son Netter, Polite, Shaka Amos, all these niggas, all Egypt. You know, Ra, Osiris. These are niggas. Let's see what the word is here. 14, lawless men. Let's get that in Hebrew. Let me show you. lawless men. Sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm sorry, here we go. This is the word here. Look, I'm trying to get this wire out the way. See this word here? Balial, Baleal, Satan, men of Satan, Bane, Balial, sons of Satan. Okay? They come and say, let us worship gods of others. You know, Balial, the serpent, Balial, men of the serpent. Deuteronomy 13:13. Bala. Let's get Jeremiah 51, verse 34. Then we're going to get, let me show you this real quick. Jeremiah 51, verse 34. Watch this. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, devoured me and demolished me. He left me like an empty vessel. He swallowed me like a serpent. He filled his stomach with my delicacies. He washed me out. Wait. Just Jeremiah 51, verse 34. Isn't this the same thing? Look, Bala, make a way, destroy, swallow, engulf, to gulp, to devour. Okay, the dragon, like a serpent. Nebuchadnezzar is just like a, he's just a representation of Nimrod and whatever other ruler. Let me give you another clue. The pharaohs of Egypt are nothing but patterns of Nimrod. They call themselves the sun kings, and they are like, we're the incarnation of Osiris, or the incarnation of Horus, or the incarnation of Ra, who is nothing but the same old fucking sun god, demon, serpent, demon that always was. And you can always tell the serpent seed because they all do the same thing. They all have a sun god. They all perform these quote unquote mysteries. Freemasonry, the Greek mysteries, the Orphic mysteries, the Egyptian mysteries, Brahma, Vishnu, Siva, blah blah blah. It's all fucking the same. All the same incarnation of the devil. Why? Because the Most High said, I apportioned everybody else. Satan is their god. And this is why it's going to have all the nations coming against Israel. The serpent. The devil. All right. Let me get to another picture real quick. Hold on. All right. Let's get that again. Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, devoured me and demolished me. He left me like an empty vessel. He swallowed me like a serpent. He filled his stomach with my delicacies. He washed me out. Watch this. May the violence done against me and my sustenance be upon Babylon, says the inhabitants of Zion, and my blood upon the inhabitants of the Chaldeans, says Jerusalem. So when it says Nebuchadnezzar swallowed me like a serpent and filled the stomach with my delicacies and washed me out, it's talking about the nation of Israel, saying that about Nebuchadnezzar is just a representation of the Gentile nations, the ruling Gentile nations. Let's get down to verse 44, Jeremiah 51, 44. I will deal with Bel in Babylonia, and I will remove from him what he has swallowed, and nations will no longer be drawn to him. Even the wall of Babylon will tumble. Bala, make a way, destroy, swallow, to engulf, to gulp, to devour. The gateway of the god, confusion, a gate to overflow. Wait, didn't we have that? I'm sorry. It should be in. It will no longer be. It's stream. The word in Hebrew here, it means like to stream or to overflow. This is the word bala. Here it is, right there. Look, I have it circled. Bala. Bala. Okay? Satan. Now, watch this. Let me show you this real quick. So, Balial is this Satan, is this dragon. He's this dragon. And you guys think, well, he is it is like a fallen angel, but he incarnates as the nations. Just like when Israel in Exodus 35, 36, and 37, Moses told them to erect this tabernacle, this temple, man, right? Now, they had to do this labor. They had to make this tabernacle. But the word for labor is malak or malak, which means like an angel. So whenever they do goodness or righteousness, they establish this angel on earth. Just like when, when Israel's together and they're like, and they have their minds focused on the tabernacle, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you have your mind focused on the tabernacle and everyone's like doing it together, you like manifest this angel because you're the gods. You manifest this host of angels. Just like when the white man or whoever else and all the, the Hindus and the Hamites and whoever else, when they do their mysteries system, what do? They manifest the devil on earth. And it's a constant struggle, except for right now, Israel's blind. But we're going to get to that in a second. We are at 30 minutes. All right. Let me hurry up. All right, let's get to, keep in mind what I'm telling you, right? Let's get to, all right, let me show you this real quick first. As you can see here, there's 7. Let me show you this right here. You see during the time of Daniel, he was in Babylon, right? So from his time, there was already 3 world kingdoms before the Babylonian kingdom, so it would make 7 total. But you only see 4 here since the time of Daniel: Babylon, Media, Persia, Greece, and Rome, right? But you had Egypt, Assyria. I'm sorry, wait. You had Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Media, Persia. Let me see if I got this right. I'm sorry. You had Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome, England. Okay, 7 like world ruling kingdoms. But see, they say the Roman Empire, but the legs of iron are actually 2 legs with 10 toes. The 10 toes are the European nations, the 10 European nations that like once were all like barbarian tribes in Rome. But there's 2 legs here, not 1. 2 legs. So you had like the Roman Empire and you had the England, and then your 10 toes are colonies that came out of England, which would be the 7th world ruling empire. Which, this is, if you add the 3 more, this makes the dragon, the 7 world ruling Gentile nations and their mysteries. Now I'm gonna show you. Watch this. Watch this. We're gonna show you how Nimrod incarnates in the 7. He incarnates just under different names. Watch this. First off, you had Egypt with the pharaohs. The pharaohs were, just nothing but patterns after Nimrod, a quote-unquote sun ruler. Okay? Who were the principal gods of Egypt are, Osiris. Osiris, Ra, Horus, it's all the fucking same. This is your dying, resurrecting sun demon, pattern after Nimrod, who's nothing but an incarnation of Lucifer. This is why your Freemasons today call him Hiram Abiff. He's nothing but Osiris. They'll even admit this in their own books. We've already shown that. Okay? So this is your first war. This is your, well, it's really, we're talking about the 7, because Sumeria didn't really rule the world. It just ruled that part of the world. But Egypt was like whooping ass across the world. It was like a world system. Everybody was coming to Egypt to learn its system. Let's keep it going. So that's why you see Son Netter and all these niggas, these niggas are just fucking devil worshippers. Like, there is no God. No, nigga, just shut the fuck up. So the beginning is Ra, Osiris, Horus. It's nothing but, it's the same. Let's get to, after Egypt was Assyria. Sorry, let's get to, first let me show you this real quick. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, who is this? This is, Baal. Who's nothing but Osiris. It's just, Baal is nothing but Nimrod. Osiris is just an incarnation of Lucifer. I'm trying to get to, what was it? Egypt. Belus. Belus is nothing but Baal. Okay? Belus was the god of Assyria, which was the 2nd world ruling kingdom. You had Ra, Osiris, Horus, and then the 2nd world empire was Assyria with Belus, which is just Belus is Baal. Okay, it's the same. Okay? Baal. Baal, god of thunder. You know? 18th dynasty, the Baal's cult became formally recognized in Egypt, though he may have made it much earlier, though perhaps temporary appearance. It's just nothing but Osiris. It's the same fucking shit. Belus. Alright. Let's get to the third. After Egypt, Assyria was Nebuchadnezzar, Marduk, or Marduk. Who Marduk, anyone who knows anything about Marduk, he's just nothing but fucking Osiris and Baal. Let's see if we can pull up a picture of Marduk or Marduk. Steve Marduk. If anyone gets that, hold on. Marduk, the god of Babylon. Oh, okay. What the fuck is this? This is what we want. This is what we want. Marduk. Marduk was the god of ancient Mesopotamia and patron deity of the chief, or of the city of Babylon. Marduk. Okay? There's nothing but fucking Baal, Osiris. It's just the chief god of that world ruling kingdom. Of the seven. Let's keep going. Who do we got next? Next up. After Nebuchadnezzar or Marduk, we got Persia with Mithra or Ahura Mazda, who are the chief gods of that. Let's get Mithra. Mithra, the pagan Christ, the old dying, resurrecting sun god demon. Nothing but Osiris, nothing but Nimrod, nothing but Baal, Tammuz. You know, they're all the fucking same. It's just the patron demon of this world ruling kingdom, which was Persia Media. Mithra, Ahura Mazda, sun god, sun demon. You know, cult of Mithra. You know, in Greece they called him Dionysus. It's just the same. It's the same sun god demon. Do you notice it's always the same? It's the same. The heathen nations worship the same demons. Okay. Zoroaster calendar, Mithra. It's the same sun demon. You know. Let's get down to Greece. Sorry. Greece, who's that? Zeus Ammon. That's the sun god incarnation of Greece. And what is that? He's a goat demon. A bull, a ram, Pan, Osiris. You know, it's all the, you know. It's your boy, sun demon, the dying, resurrecting sun demon. Zeus, the sun god. Okay? It's all the fucking same. Zeus, Ammon. What is Zeus, Ammon, Ammon-Ra, Baal, Beelzebub, Lucifer. Keep in mind, where are we at right now? I'm sorry, this is what we need. Where we at? We just got done with Babylon. We got done with Mithra and Ahura Mazda, the Medo-Persians. Now we're at Greece with the Zeus Ammon. Let's get to Rome. Uh-oh, Rome. Where are we at? Oh, that's really funny. Uh-oh. Well, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who are we at? Who's this? Isn't this the major god of Rome? This is not the dying, resurrecting sun god of Rome? Jesus? Zeus Ammon? Jesus Ammon? Who is he? He's nothing but fucking, you know, look. The Pope and them know. They know what the deal is. That, you know, like they know they were the ruling head establishment, priest king of the mysteries system. Nothing but fucking Nimrod. Pattern after Nimrod with a virgin mother. Semiramis, Mary, such and such and such. It's just the same. You know, it's the same. So anybody who's talking this Christ shit, obviously is worshiping fucking Lucifer. Okay? Because obviously you see here, you see Buffy, Zeus Ammon with the goat head ram, dying, resurrecting Savior demon. Let me show you something. Okay? Watch this. Let's go back. You see his hands and all that? He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing. George Washington. Let's keep it going. Look, is not the Pope doing the same thing? He's doing the same thing. He's the incarnation of the solar god, of the sun god, Lucifer. Of course, they always knew that. They're not going to, Okay? The son of the penis. The solar demon. Baphomet Christ. Baal, Osiris. So when you see rappers and entertainers and shit, all up in their Lucifer, well, what the fuck are they supposed to do? The Most High never dealt with them. That is their God. I think I see some faggot shit. What is it supposed to do? The Most High never dealt with Esau or the Gentile nations. Okay, look what they're all, doing the same shit. So before there was before they named him Jesus, they called him Sol Invictus. So let's get that. The Sol Invictus means the invincible sun. There you go. Look, little halos around his head and shit. Sol Invictus. It's just another name for Jesus. Roman sun god. This is your god of Rome, who is nothing but Jesus. Constantine and them were worshippers of Sol Invictus, the invincible sun. Emperor Aurelian, who had set up a temple to Sol Invictus in the campus marches, had also established a priesthood for the god, creating games in his honor. Jesus. It's just the same. The seven, let's go. Wait. So I guess the Pope is not showing you that he, that's the sun. Sol Invictus, and that's the Pope. He's trying to say that, we worship Jesus. Well, they know what it is. But let's go back. Because, these niggas are going to say, that's just the Catholics. Well, where do you think Protestant Christianity comes from? It comes from Catholicism. And you're worshiping the sun, who is nothing but an incarnation of Lucifer. The sun demon. It was a portion to the heathen to worship this shit. The Most High never dealt with them. They don't know. That's why they build religions and shit. People will be like, religion's false. Well, yeah, your religion is false. Yeah. I can see where you would kind of be mad at the Most High. He's not dealing with you at all. All right. So you got Belial, the dragon, Egypt, Nimrod, Ra, Osiris, Horus, Belus of Assyrian, or Sennacherib, who was like a leader of Assyria, Nebuchadnezzar and Marduk, the sun god, dying, resurrecting demon, Persia with Mithra, Ahura Mazda of Zoroastrianism, Greece with Zeus, Ammon, Rome with Helios, Sol Invictus, Jesus. It's the same. And then you got your 10 toes or whatever, right? Now let me show you something real quick. We don't need this anymore, all right? Okay, so let me show you this real quick. Now, in the Temple Man, these niggas are going to say this is Kabbalah, but the Most High set out a plan, and there's 10 spheres in our solar universe, okay? And I didn't say Sephiroth Kabbalah, okay? Because remember, what did the Bible say about the heathen? It was a portion that he worshipped Lucifer or in the heavenly host. So any nigga that's saying, you just nigga, you're worshiping the white man, because first off, the Most High didn't say. He said, don't worship it. You are a part of the, you are the solar hero. Like I said before, the whole dying, resurrecting savior demon of the Gentiles is like, you're not a demon. Well, you are now because you're profaned, and you are swallowed up as a people in these world kingdoms. You were a slave and swallowed up by all of these world kingdoms, as the great book of the heavens tells you and shows you, until you get to the 10th. So there's 4 here. They didn't add in England, but England is the 7th. Rome is the 6th. But you had Egypt and Assyria, so that would make your 7, right? Let me show you something. So you had number 1. Remember, you had 10 total, because this is your solar universe pattern right here. I'm sorry. Wait. Give me 1 second. Let me show you this real quick. I think it's like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1. These connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm missing 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe there's 1 in here. 10. All right. It's supposed to be like, this is your Solomon's temple. This is your solar universe. Okay. That video is showing this. Whatever. Right. So all of this all correspond to a time in history. Look, you got number 1, Sumeria, which we showed you was the dragon. 1. 2 was Egypt. 3 Assyria. 4 Babylon. 5 Media Persia. 6 Greece. 7 Rome. 8 England. 9 America. And then 10 is this great kingdom that's coming, which is the nation of Israel. He's going to fill up. And there ain't going to be no more after that. No more kingdoms after that. But, we don't need to worry about that right now, because we're trying to, get everyone's minds right. But let's get back to this real quick. We're at 47 minutes. We need to, hurry up. So let me show you this real quick. All right. No. We need to go back to here, right? So Abraham was in Genesis chapter 11, verse. Let's show you. He was in verse 31, and they departed with them from Ur of the Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. Now, this word Ur of Kasdim translates as a war, which means a light or shining, or like a light. Kasdim is Kashadayim, which means like the devils, the light of the devils. Okay, that's what Chaldeans means in Hebrew. Kashadayim, the devils. Okay, since Abraham left there because the people were like idolaters, they were like worshiping the heavenly host, and Abraham got set apart from that. Is where you get your word holy from. He was set apart from worship of that to establish the holy people. Let me show you something. So Abraham's name, Abraham was separated from the host of heaven, dragon worship of the heathen, and this is what you get your meaning of the word Quadash, set apart. Abraham means father of heights, or father of rising up, or extolling. Not the dragon. I don't have a picture of Abraham, but that's what his name means. If you break his word down, his name, if you take the A, it means I, and bar is like, I designate him as a son, or I cleanse him, or I choose him. I select him, I choose him with an M or them. Barak is where you get your word Barak from, bless, choose, to increase. Abraham's wife, whose name is Sarah, what they call her Sarah, but the word means, Sarah means dominion. Okay, the wisdom or the mother. So this man who was risen up. Remember where we get our remember, the white man has a mystery system, and Israel has a mystery system. Abraham was in Sumeria. Watch this. They're going to show you Abraham learning, and then Abraham standing. He was like a dead man. He learned, and then he began to walk again. Watch. Now Shara, his wife, basically is like the woman, the woman who gave birth to a son. This is shown. This is all over and over and over again in the Torah, over and over and over again. For those of you who get it, Shara means dominion. Watch this. Then Abraham then went to the word to Haran, which they call Haran. This word Haran means jealousy or zeal or displeasure or fury. Basically what it's saying is Abraham left the land of the dead. Okay, he went to Haran, which is a word that means jealousy, zeal. He had zeal or displeasure at what was going on. That's why he left that country to begin with, which is basically Abraham sitting. He started to come to life. He had to get out of the land of the dead, Sumeria, where they were worshiping the heavenly host. Watch this. And he came to the land of Canaan, which means subject or humiliation or lowliness. Okay, as far as Shakam. Now, this word Shakam means neck or shoulder. Now, in Hebrew, in the Torah, when it talks about like the neck or the shoulder, Shakam, it means like placing something on it, like placing a weight on it. Watch, all the way from Shakam, or the neck or the shoulder, which means taking something upon himself, until he got to Alawan or Ayalawan, which means strength or strong. Like a strong tree, strength. And Mawara. Let me show you. As far as the site of Shakam until the plain of Mara, the Canaanite was then in the land. Now, this is a quote unquote. We don't need this. Let me pull something out. Get something out again. I should have had this out to begin with. Tempo, man. We're always dealing with the temple because the whole Torah. This is the whole Torah. No. I want you to go on Rob Rack's site and watch the comments on there. They are really trying to persuade you not to study this. The white man tells them, just say Jew is lying. Say he's teaching. Do anything you can to keep your people from waking up. Let me show you this. Watch. We are at 52 minutes. Let me hurry up. So basically, Genesis chapter 12. I'm going to break it down to you so that you can see. Watch. So they left to go to the land of Canaan. Remember, keep in mind. Remember, this is Egypt, the land of Canaan, the wilderness, or land of Canaan, Israel, and this is like the priesthood in the land Canaan, Israel, right? But Abraham was in this. The mind is where the light is, right? Light, Awar, and enlightenment. They understood what it was somewhat with the planets and the heavenly hosts and all that, right? But they were like idolaters. They worshiped these things as gods, the planets as gods, and the heavenly host, stars and whatnot, right? So Abraham had to he had to come out of Sumeria, drop down into the land of Israel or Canaan, and then he went down into Egypt. Then he came back up again. So this is teaching you a secret system of, dying, resurrecting, because Israel is the real dying, resurrecting solar hero. He's the mashal. He's the ruler man, the proverb man, the allegorical man. Let's get to this. So Abraham went as Yahweh had spoken him, and Lot went with him. Let's get down. And they left to go to the land of Canaan. Well, actually, I'm going too fast. I'm sorry. They departed from Ur of Kasdim to go to the land of Canaan. Okay, so they got out of this place of light, or this observatory called Sumeria, or Awar, observatory of light, the heavenly host. And they parted to go to the land of Canaan, and they arrived at Haran, which means this zeal or jealousy or fury. He was angry at his ancestors, or his fathers and them worshiping, and uncles worshiping idols, the host of heaven, right? But he was zealous for the Most High. So he settled there. They arrived at Haran, they settled there, right? Let's keep going. Then they left to go to the land of Canaan, and they came to the land of Canaan. So they came down into the land of Canaan, which we call Israel today. Okay? It says the Canaanite was in there. Watch. Abraham passed, okay, this word abar. Abraham crossed or passed into the land as far as the site of Shechem. Shechem means neck and shoulders, right? So you place things like a quote unquote a burden or a weight or like a job. You place it as a weight between your neck and your shoulders. So what he was saying was, he was like, well, I'm getting rid of the, I'm dead to the heavenly host worship. I'm about to take upon knowledge of the Most High upon myself. Your neck and your shoulders, Shechem. Watch this. Until the plain of Mamre. The word plain means like strength, like strong. The word is Ali Yawan. It's like oak trees. Strong. Alo Yawan, strength. They call it More. Anyone who knows Hebrew, if you know what this word Mawara means, it means to inform, teaching, instruction. So Abraham was getting like instruction on like what was really going on. Like, okay, yeah, the heathens worshiping these hosts of heavens, but you are the host of heavens. I'm going to set you apart, and your people are going to fill up this land in the days to come as the host of heaven. But first, they got to like go through, the Gentiles have, 7 world ruling, basically 9 world ruling kingdoms. From the time of Abraham, we started in Sumeria. But let's just stick with the 7, not to confuse you. So Israel has to go through these 7 world ruling kingdoms, and then in the last kingdom they're going to rule forever, because the heathen already had his time. We're at 56 minutes. I'm going to show you this real quick for those of you who understood. That's why the Torah is called the teaching. It's teaching you like the system of dying to your old self and rising again to the Most High, to be the heavenly man, the Mashal. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you this. I was going to get to like 2 Kings 23 verse 11, where King Josiah removed the host of heaven worship objects, particularly the horses that were dedicated to the sun and all this. You can find this in 2 Kings 23 verse 11. You can go to Jeremiah 44 verse 13, where Israel was worshiping the Queen of Heaven. Okay, which is nothing but Venus. Which sex rituals they knew like sex magic and things. There's more to worshiping. I'm not saying this is necessarily true, but they ascribed certain sciences and things they knew about nature to these gods, such as like love making and sex and prostitution and things to Venus, or the erection and the penis and to the sun, giving birth and things like that. They ascribed to earth gods. Like they understood certain sciences and things, how things were, how they were run. But that's why the Most High never dealt with them directly. So they made gods for themselves to explain certain aspects of creation that Yah had made. But since he didn't deal with them, they didn't know. That's why you have a mystery system. A mystery means like something hidden, right? But it's all fucking bullshit. The Most High is like a shadow to them. Like, how like Christ is like a shadowy figure. Like anyone who like studies the Torah, you're like, man, like that Christ sounds awful close to the nation of Israel. But he appears as like a shadow, like a shade. And that's why they say, Yahweh's like dark, and Lucifer is good. He's like light. We see him clearly. He manifested himself through all our various sun gods. But the nation of Israel and their God, I don't know about them. I don't like them. Like, like they're evil to us. If you don't understand, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, let's get down to Elijah. Look at his name. Ale, which is my God, is Yahweh. Ali Yahweh. Yahweh is my God, Elijah. And look what Elijah was doing. He was fighting against the priest of Baal. Let's get Bob Rack and B. Williams God out. Okay? Elijah, who stood for Yahweh, he was fighting against this. You can read it in the story of 1 Kings chapter 18. Elijah versus the priest and ministers of Baal, the dragon. Okay? Elijah is like another aspect of the nation of Israel. I want to show you this real quick. Just to prove to you that their Baal is a sun god, and they call him the Most High. It's going to show you this in the Torah. Watch this. 1 Kings. Yeah, 1 Kings, what, 18 verse 26. Watch this. Oh, okay. Watch this. Let's get to Bob Wax God. Okay, wait a minute. The sun god. The sun god. Watch. When they call him the Most High, like the white man, they call this God, because that's the only God that ever dealt with them, was Lucifer, Satan. Look what it says. It was at noontime where Elijah ridiculed them and said, "Cry aloud in a loud voice, for he is a god. Perhaps he is conversing or pursuing enemies, or relieving himself. Maybe he's asleep and he will awaken." Wait, so Elijah's like mocking Baal, Osiris, the quote-unquote Most High. Look what time it is. It was at noontime. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Watch this. Excuse me. You see here I made an illustration here, right? So you got the morning sun. Remember, I'm the bright and morning star, sun, blah blah blah, whatever, right? The morning sun. In the so-called Gospels, they have Jesus being like, on early Sunday morning, he rose up. Before that, they, the sun at 12 o'clock. The sun at 12 o'clock, they call it the Most High point of the sun. So when they say the Most High, they mean like the sun god at his highest point in the meridian. Then at 6 o'clock, where the sun is going down, there's sunset. They say that this is like the sun dying. Oh, the sun got killed. The sun dying. All the so-called pagan, heathen gods all have the exact same story. They're all dying and resurrecting savior demons. But it was really the nation of Israel that was the dying, resurrecting. But for the heathen, let's hear their side. So the sun set, death of Baal Osiris. When the sun's like setting, you see like an orange glow for the sunset, and they're trying to say, oh, that's the sun bleeding out. 1 Kings chapter 8 verse 28, they cut and gashed themselves until blood gushed out on them. When the noon hour passed, they prophesied until the time of the afternoon offering, but there was neither a sound, no response, nor a listener. Hold on. They called out in a loud voice and cut themselves with swords and spears according to their custom, and until blood spurted on them. So you like notice, oh, he was a sacrifice, and they you still have people who follow Jesus who still whip themselves and gash themselves in the name of Christ. Okay? Then what happened? So at 6 o'clock, the sun is down on the bottom, the moon's out, but they say this is called the underworld or death. That's why they call Osiris god of the underworld, or the Lord of death. Remember, Israel likes this shit. That's why they call it the covenant of death. They like this blindness. Now I'll show you something real quick. All right, let's get over the morning sun, 6 o'clock. The quote unquote the Most High for them is at 12 o'clock noon. 6 o'clock, 6 difference, or 6 hour difference. Okay, right? 6 hours. Then from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, where the sun dies, it's another 6 hours. Okay, then the sun on the quote unquote in the underworld, where it's not out, where it's complete nighttime, that's another 6 hours. But then they're going to say, oh, well, the sun's like resurrecting. The sun rose again. He resurrected, right? But it isn't. This sun is really talking about the nation of Israel. But they were made blinded because the Most High never dealt with them. I apportioned the heavenly host worship to the heathen. Don't bow down to their gods, because you are the gods, Psalm 82:6. Let me show you. But in actuality, Israel is the sun symbol, which is why we were not apportioned the host of heaven, because we are the host of heaven. They brought down the stars of heaven, a third of them. What was it talking about? It's talking about the nation of Israel. You will be like the gods, knowing good and evil. It's just allegory. It's talking about Israel, because what did Moses say? I lay out for you 2 choices, life and death. Choose life. Let me show you. So You see this here, right? This is the same thing as that. It's the motion of the quote unquote sun, right? Now, if you were to connect all this and do all the angles, it's going to come out with a square. And you see here, it's basically like what they call, they call it the solar cube, okay? Like a cross. I put Israel in this crucible, this cross of affliction, you know, but they took you off and put Jesus on there. This is also, if you do the shield of David and you connect all the points, what are you going to get? You're going to get the solar cube. You know, the crucible. You know, like, you know, fire's coming out. You know, it's the. Let me show you this. Let me show you what this is right here. Watch. Skip images real quick. Let me show you. We want a better picture, not this. Here we go. This is one of my favorite pictures. But look, there's Israel, and what's he on? He's on this square. You know, it burned him from all around, but he knew it not. The nations will bring the nation. You know, the heathen will bring the nation of Israel to Jerusalem, as the nation of Israel used to bring sacrifices to the Most High, Yahweh. So the shield of David here really makes this cube or square, which is in actuality this thing here. Then you got your four horns, 4 Gentile world kingdoms, you know. So it's like this complex system, you know. Then you know, Israel, he dies this death, and then his soul arises, elevates, and goes into heaven. It's the same system. Israel's on this altar of sacrifice. It burned him from all around, but he didn't know it. And you know, his soul is going to go up into the heavens, you know, and he's going to rule. He's going to be the heavenly man, ruling, teaching. You know, he's going to be the light to the nations, and he's going to teach the Torah. This is in your book of. This is in the book of Isaiah, chapter 42. Let's get back. So you got your so-called crucifix there. Now I want to show you something real quick. See which time we're at. Then we're going to close this out because we're at a minute and 7 minutes, right? I hope you guys can all see this. See this circle here? It's basically the Son of Man. This is your 360 degrees, okay? Your 9, okay? Your 9 sphere is right here, whatever, right? You know, reborn, rebirth, right? So you got your 360 degrees. He's a Son of Man, the Mashal, right? 360 degrees is a circle and a square. You got your 4 directions here. Israel is spread to the 4 directions, kicked out, okay, of the understanding, or the land, okay, kicked out. Let's get back. You know, in a solar year, in a sun year, you have 4 seasons. You got your spring, your summer, your fall, and your winter, right? So in the spring is your first fruits. Things are growing, you know, whatever, right? It's your morning light. You know, like, you know, the sun's just rising. So this is like Israel right now. He's like, you know, he's like a seed. He's about to like grow. You know, he's growing and growing, right? Doesn't it get to a point? Let's just use this in a historical sense, retrospectively. Israel like had this knowledge. He like grew. He was, you know, spriteful. He it's like they say, Israel, you know, he grew fat and kicked. You know, he knew all this. He knew who he was. You know, he had knowledge of self. He understood all the sciences and the, you know, and the wisdom. And then in the summer, you know, keep it again. The summer is where, you know, remember you got your 4 seasons. Okay, the summer would be like the high noon, April. You know, your morning sun. Things are, you know, just coming up. This is where the sun is at its highest strength in high noon. Okay, so this is when Israel like it maintains its strength. High noon is its highest point. All right. Then what happens? Then over time, in the solar year, it begins. You get fall. You know, Israel began to like wane in knowledge. He began to like stray and go and follow other people's gods and you know, grew weary. The Most High was like, Israel grew weary of me. Then what happened? Then what's next season? Then he went to winter. He was totally blind. deaf, dumb, blind. The nigga just didn't get nothing anymore. And what happened? He got subject put into the nations. You know, they swallowed them up. So it's the same thing. The morning sun, you know, he began to sprout. What season they're in right now? You know, until but there ain't never gonna be no death state for Israel. We're in that state right now. But what's happening? We're like moving. You know, you can't stop time, man. You know, things are going. The white man knows this. He's a Sumerian. He's the new Sumerian, the new observer of the heavens. He knows what time it is. He's like, these people are about to wake up. All right, Israel. Psalm 82:6. Israel are the gods. He's the mashal, the allegorical man. Okay, the son of man, the son of God. On the crucible of affliction. You know? Oh, well, explain all nigga. You niggas don't understand science and metaphysics and you know, the temple knowledge. Man, this shit enlightens your mind. You're like a dead man. I'm sorry, you're like a dead man. You begin to learn this knowledge, and then you stand up and you're upright. This word upright means this. Yashar. Actually, it means like he's a prince, but this means standing upright. Of God, the upright one of God, the one who's standing up. The upright. This thing could be laying flat, but it's upright. All right, Israel, that's the lesson for the day. All right, shalom, peace.